Hello everyone, Pantoufleee here for a new review for you. We had done the 268 previously, and right now we are going to do his brother, the Object 263. So what are the main differences between both of them? We can say the gun mainly it's going to be the gun and the mobility, because this one is not carrying a 152mm just like many others TDs. It's carrying 130, maybe something like that. I can't remember. Yeah, that's it. 130mm. So let's jump directly into the characteristics of the tank to know if it's worth it. So concerning the armor is really amazing on this tank. It's really a really good point on this one. At the front you have 250mm, and it's not even angled. I mean, when you angle this, you already have 250. So when you angle it, it's going to be totally OP. Nothing is going to penetrate you here, nothing is going to penetrate you on the cheeks of the main hull here and here. The only weak spots are the low hull here, and also the gun. If someone puts a gold shell in your gun handling, it's going to penetrate and go behind, because you see that behind the gun there is no other space armor. It's not a space armor, and so if it's not a spaced armor, it's going to go directly into your tank, which means heat can go easily through your gun handling, which kind of sucks, but you definitely need to have some weak spots on this tank because it's a really OP one. So concerning the side and the rear, be really careful with this tank. Honestly, try to stay in front of your enemy all the time. You don't need to angle it like this or like this. This tank is made to stay in front of his enemies. You really don't try to angle it. You must stay in front of them, because if you try to angle it, you see that you have ammunition here and here. If you try to angle it and your opponent tries to sneak shot there, right here, it's going to ammorack you, because the ammos are very weak on this tank too, same as the 268 we reviewed previously. So really be careful about it. So now let's jump into the big characteristic of this monstrous tank. So first, the gun. The gun is amazing. Look at this rate of fire, 8.28 rate of fire. So 8.28 round minutes equals to 7.3 seconds of reload. I don't know if you imagine, but 7.3 is it's amazing. It's the best reload for a TD tier 10. Also, you have a really good aim time, 3.6, and a really good dispersion, 0.29. Honestly, nothing to say about the gun. It's amazing. It doesn't have any defaults. It's OP. Concerning the penetration, it's quite good too. 250 with the standard ammunition, 330 with the gold, and the gold is the APCR, and we appreciate it. And the high explosive, which is kind of low comparing to the 268 who has 90. Here it's only 75, but it's going to do the job, I guarantee it. And also the average damage is quite similar to the one of the IS-7. You have 460 with the standard rounds, 390 with the golds, and 600 with the HE. This gun is the best tier 10 gun. It's even better than the one on the 183, in my opinion. Next, the engine. The engine is amazing too. You have 1155 horse power, which means you have a really good power to ton ratio. This tank is capable of going through 55 kilometers, even 60 if you're down a hill. So the mobility is quite amazing. And to go with this engine, you have a great suspension with a great traverse speed at around 40 degrees second, which is kind of the same of the one carrying on the mediums. Of the tier 8 mediums. Tier 8 mediums have of the same traverse speed, around 40. So if I had to mark the tank, I will go for a 10 out of 10. It's my favorite tier 10 tank. It's the tank I like the most in this game, honestly. It's quite OP, even if the grind is really painful, because the grind is not likable. Honestly, it sucks, but the tank is definitely worth it. So if we can do a resume about the tank to sum up all the characteristics, we have a great mobility, a great gun, a great frontal armor, and the only thing I would probably say sucks about the tank is the side armors. Really be careful about it. Don't angle it at all. Really don't angle it. So now that we sums up the characteristic of the tank, let's jump into the replay, guys. So, concerning the replay, we are on Middelburg. I decided to go to the hill, so to the left, because in my opinion the left allows you to have a lot more visibility than the town, and from the hill you can snipe shot the town when someone is capping, etc. I mean, capping is not really safe on this map, so I would definitely not recommend to go in the town. So my team doesn't seem to agree with me, as they all went, sorry, in the town, but I'm not alone. I'm with two of my mediums, so I'm gonna jump in right and real quick. So first of all, let's right click this IS-8. We put one into him, so I definitely want to jump in and help my Leo 1, because I don't want him to die. Let's not forget to focus. We put 2 shells in the IS-8. Can we put one more? No, we can't, so I decided to go on the T-54. Can we have the Leo 1? I don't think so. No, we can't. So I'm gonna turn back on the IS-8, but I see that he dies from a fire put by my ally, so I decide to go and help my Leo, which dies, unfortunately. So big alpha damage on the Leo, which is quite good in my opinion. You see, we almost put him, yeah, 1k. That was impressive. We go for an HE because we know the Leo 1 doesn't have any armor, so we can go through it, and we kill it. So now T-54. I don't know why the T-54 is running toward us. It's a bit stupid. So I tried a sneaky shot there, but I didn't manage to penetrate him because my shell went right into the ground. So I know an object 268 is behind, and I want to go for him because I don't want him to be in my back when I will be pushing those heavies in town. So he put me one, but we don't really care. As I told you, he put him one in the gun handling here. I told you the gun handling is quite weak on this tank. So we kill, sorry, we don't kill the object 268. We think that we killed it, but we didn't. So now we are going to focus on the IS-8 and the E-100, the 2 remaining EVs of the enemy team. So we have the IS-7 on the back, we put him one. So you see how impressive the damage per minute on this tank. The rate of fire is really it's quite impressive to have this kind of rate of fire. And you see, there it is on the shot on the IS-7. There it is, the 0.9 dispersion and the 3.6 aiming time. There it is. So the E75, it turns out to be AFK, so we can farm the E100 gently. We put in the second shots and we kill him with our next round. And we finished the game on the 704, 6k damaged, guys. So let's see what we did. A high caliber medal, mastery badge, 50k credits income. Quite a good game that shows you how much of a monstrous DPM this tank have. The rate of fire on this tank is amazing, 1.5k XP. So don't remember, guys, you're not here to be better, you're here to be the best. Pantoufle over.